Jessica, and I'm back with another curriculum video. This is going to be part of a video series that we're doing for the 2017-2018 school year, where I'm going to show you what we're doing for each of the subjects. So for this video, we're going to be covering English. I'm going to talk about what we're doing for writing, spelling, vocabulary, grammar, and reading. So for writing, past years we were doing, what is it called? Writing strands. We did writing strands for about 3 years, and I just wasn't feeling it after the third year, or like halfway through the third year. I was getting kind of tired of it. I think the girls were getting tired of it. There was a lot of repetition, and for some people that works out great, but we just weren't seeing the, or I wasn't seeing the progress in the writing that I wanted to see. And I had a friend that was telling me about the, the Institute for Excellence in Writing. And she'd been telling me, try it, it's a really good program. And I was like, yeah, but it's really expensive. So I decided to go ahead and get it and try it. And I got the level B. And this is the DVDs. You get the DVDs. I got the, teacher sheets with all the lesson plans and the student worksheets and everything. And then I bought the DVDs separate on eBay because I could get them cheaper there. And then you can just go over to the website, and for $10 you can get the PDF worksheets that you need, the student sheets and the teacher sheets and everything. So I got this, and I have to say, like, I'm in love with this program. I've seen so much happen over the last 4 weeks, and I'm really impressed with their writing. It's teaching them, structure and style in writing, and I think that is just so important. It's not just about, like, this program helps them get words on paper, but it also helps them improve the words that are on their paper. Like what they're writing sounds so much better. There's so much more flow to their writing. Their writing is more interesting. They're using their vocabulary words. Like, I know they know these vocabulary words, but they never use them in writing, and now they are. So I'm like super duper happy with this program. We got level B because A is for elementary, B is for middle school, and then level C is for high school. But I figure that since my older girls, my high schoolers, are new to the program, and my 5th grader, she's kind of too young for the high school program, I just went in the middle and got the level B. And I think it was a good choice. So we're doing this. I could show you some samples of, like, the student models and everything. So they're given, this is a student model. So they're given a model, and they're first going to create an outline from that model. They're going to pick keywords out of each sentence, which is also really great at helping them take notes for other subjects. So I'm telling you, I love this curriculum. And then they have to, from that outline, create a rough draft. They write a paragraph. They start out simply, like they just start out with a paragraph, and then it gets harder and harder and harder from there. They're given a checklist. Here's a checklist, and it tells them, the checklist tells them what needs to be in each written assignment. So they go through the checklist by themselves, and I like that because then they know what to expect. Like, it makes it so much easier to grade when they already know what's expected of them, and so as they're writing, they're paying attention to all these things that they need to be doing in their writing. So that's been great. And then let me see. There's style charts that you get, and this is just talking about, like, the ly, adverbs, who, which clauses, strong verb, because clause. It's all stuff that you learn when you start doing the program. And then there's banned words, and I really like the banned words section because it shows them words that they cannot use. So they have to go through their writing, and if they have written said anywhere in there, then they have to choose a different word to use instead of said. So they're really expanding in their writing. I'm really happy. So as you can tell, I'm super excited about this. I finally found something that fits for us for writing. And then to go along with that, I went ahead, we were using Easy Grammar, and I gotta tell you, I really did like the Easy Grammar. I really do. So The only reason why I switched is just because I wanted to try something new. I am a curriculum junkie. I love to try new curriculum all the time. And so the same friend that told me about the writing curriculum told me about their grammar curriculum. It's by the same Institute for Excellence in Writing, but it's called Fix It Grammar. And so the idea is, and I got book 1 because it's one of those curriculum that builds, like each book builds off the last. So for us, we started with the first book and we're going through it pretty quickly because, you know, I got 2 high schoolers. I don't want to hold them back in their learning. So we're doing 2 sentences per day instead of just 1. This is the teacher's book. I got the teacher's book, and then I just downloaded the student books from their website, and then I printed them out and had them spiral bound, and I'll show you the book right now. Well, actually I could do that. That'll be easier. So this is what a lesson looks like. Let me give you an example. Here's a lesson. This is week 2, and the first page they're given the lesson. And like, really, your students can do this independently. They don't really need my help. My girls don't really need my help to do this, actually, because it tells them everything they need to learn, everything they need to do for the week. And then they go through each sentence and they find, and this week they were just looking for nouns and articles. So in each week it gets harder and harder and harder. So by the end of the year, or by the end of the book I should say, they're going to be looking for a lot of different parts of speech within the sentences. And they're also going to be fixing punctuation, and they're going to be like the usage and everything, you know, the difference between there, and there. They got to decide which there to use. So after they do all that, then they go to their notebooks. I just bought them composition notebooks or spiral bound notebooks. And then they do the rewrite of their corrected sentence. So they just write the corrected sentence double spaced, the way it's supposed to be written, with the paragraph indentation and all the correct punctuation. That's grammar. For spelling, my 5th grader is the only one doing spelling. She's doing spelling workout. We've been doing spelling workout since level B. We like it. She's still on level D. She was supposed to finish this up last year, but we got really behind. So she's still working through this book at a quick pace, and then she'll move on to level E after. And I like spelling workout. I got the student workbook and the teacher's book, and I like spelling workout. It seems to be working for her. She's actually just naturally good at spelling, so it's really just to see what kinds of words that she's having a hard time with, and then we can focus on those, like those words and the rules that she needs to know in order to spell those kinds of words correctly. Like the let me see, like long vowels, or, you know, blends and whatnot, you know. So yeah, we're definitely sticking with spelling workout. I like that that old school technique of pre-test, work it out, you know, do all your practice, and then final test at the end of the week. It just works for me as a teacher. It works for her as a student, so we're gonna stick with that. And then, let's see, for vocabulary, now they're all doing vocabulary, and I don't have a specific vocabulary curriculum because they're really doing vocabulary in every subject. So what I bought was these vocabulary cards. I don't know if you can see the name. And I found these at Walmart. I don't even know how you would say that. Mindology. I guess it's Mindology. Good thinking. They're like study cards, but I'm using them for vocabulary, and I don't know if you could still find them at Walmart. I found at the beginning of school when they have all that neat, you know, back to school stuff, so I'm hoping that when we run out of these I can find them again somewhere, probably online. But it's just little cards, little flashcards, where they write the word on the front, and then they do the definition on the back, and then we do random tests every 3 to 4 weeks. So that's what we're doing for vocabulary, and it's working for us. So. And then for reading, we don't have like a separate literature study. From time to time, like I think at least 2 to 3 times a year, I'll buy one of those, what is it called, Brave Writer. I know it's on the Brave Writers site. I forget the name. I should have looked that up before this video, but I'll try to link it below if I remember. They're just like literature unit studies from Brave Writer, and they'll ask like questions, and they're really good questions, thought-provoking questions. I like it. Like I said, I need to find the link for that and link it for you guys, because that would be awesome. So they're going to be doing maybe like 2 to 3 of those for this year, and it's covering like classical books. And then I like them to do short stories and poetry, and there's a lot of good short stories and poetry in these books. This is the language of literature. The blue book I'm using for my oldest. And then I got the interactive reader for my 9th grader. So just my high schoolers are doing the short stories and poetry. My 5th grader, she kind of we just go and she picks whatever book she feels like reading within her level. You know, something a little bit challenging. She's a really strong reader, so I just try to find books that are challenging for her to keep her progressing in her reading skills. And then I find little, sometimes I'll find quizzes online, comprehension quizzes for the girls to take, just to make sure that they're comprehending what they're reading, and that's about it. We will do sometimes book reports and stuff, but that's just as I, you know, throughout the year, maybe 1 or 2 of those. But the key for me is I'm more focused on, because we have our writing curriculum, they do writing in every subject. My main focus with reading and literature is that they're reading, that they're just enjoying it, that they're not worrying about, oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up and read this chapter so I can get an assignment done for it. I'm mostly concerned with, you know, read this book, it's a good book, enjoy it, cuddle up on the couch with it, lay down in bed, and, you know, try to get into it and visualize the characters, and just enjoy reading without worrying about how many assignments are going to go along with this book. So that's what we're doing for language art, or English, sorry, either one. If you guys have any questions or comments, or share with me what you guys are using for your curriculum, what you guys love, I would love to hear it. Comment below. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, because I will be, hold on one second, my phone's acting up. Stop it. Okay, I will be posting more videos about our curriculum in the next few weeks. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.